WUSA 9 Weather Impact is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
Good Tuesday morning. I'm meteorologist Joe Spears. Still keeping an eye on a pretty mild start to today. Temperatures are a little bit cooler here for the beginning of Tuesday compared to Monday. Still looking at normal numbers as we go throughout the rest of your day, but we are looking at the heat, humidity, and the rain and storm chances eventually building back in as we head towards the second half of this week. So at least heading out the door, it's going to be pretty calm, pretty quiet. Again, just kind of depending on how you handle the 60s. You might need something to keep you a little bit more comfortable as you're heading out the door, but certainly not looking at a ton of sunshine. It's going to be a pretty cloudy day. We are looking at some breaks in the clouds here and there, but overall looking at more of a grayer sky than a sunny one as we go throughout today. And because of that, temperatures will take a little bit more extra time trying to get warmer, so only working back into the lower 80s once again by the end of today. Maybe 1 or 2 degrees higher than average for this time of year, but still pretty close to normal here across most of the DMV. 83 here in the city, 81 over in Baltimore, 82 over in Manassas. Most of us at the very least will try to get to 80 and above. A little bit warmer up and down the Chesapeake for today as well. As far as how things are looking once we see some of these rain chances work in, this is going to be looking ahead to Wednesday. So we're still fairly dry to start off the day, but a couple light showers start to work in as we head later, especially for Tuesday night. So some of us will be looking at some damp roads heading into the start of tomorrow. But for the most part, a lot of our rain chances remain fairly light, but there is still a solid chance that somebody will see something in the way of wet weather throughout the next couple of days. Wednesday, late morning hours into the early afternoon, couple of isolated pops of showers, even some storms trying to work into the area, especially as we start to warm up a little bit more and build in some of this humidity. Showers still working across the area as we head throughout the second half of the day on Wednesday. So again, rain gear, you're going to have to find it, dust it off a little bit more as we head in the next couple of days. Wednesday night is starting to trend a little bit drier, but we're still looking at rain chances holding tight for the next several days. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will have better chances of seeing wet weather here in the area. Now the weekend is starting to trend a little bit drier, so especially for Saturday and Sunday, a couple more hours that you can still be out and about without worrying about any rain. But already models trying to pick up on some more showers starting to work in as we head into Monday of next week. Now there is a system that is trying to push some of this wet weather out of the area, and it's also going to knock down the temperatures a little bit, but in the meantime we are still working up the numbers. So again, average today, a little bit warmer heading into Wednesday, numbers a few degrees shy of 90, but mid-90s pretty solid as we head for Thursday and Friday. Friday trying to be one of the warmer days of this stretch. Saturday is still touching up to 90 degrees, but the numbers are trying to fall. At the same time, the dew points are getting higher since we are looking at rain chances in the area, so that humidity is going to be creeping up at the same time that we're kind of looking at the warmest stretch of these days. So especially tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, dew points trying to get to 70 and above, meaning you're going to be feeling that humidity as you're heading outside. Saturday and Sunday, the numbers try to get a little bit lower, but even with temperatures in the 90s, you're certainly going to feel some of that weather as you're heading outside, meaning that heat index is now starting to climb above the actual temperature by a little bit more. So getting a peek of how that's going to shape up for tomorrow. Numbers aren't super high just quite yet. If anything, it makes you feel like the 90s, even though temperatures are only sitting in the 80s for Wednesday. Again, keeping an eye out for some light showers starting to work into the area heading into the day tomorrow. Now, as far as how the rest of this week looks, again, Thursday and Friday are kind of the peak of all of this weather. So we're looking at the mid-90s out there. That feels like number is going to be approaching to reaching triple digits for both of those days, and still keeping an eye out for some scattered showers and storms. Saturday and Sunday, again, a little bit drier, a little cooler, but we're still reaching up to 90. It's still going to be a trace humid out there. So you're certainly going to feel that as you're heading out the door here doing any weekend plans. But as we look ahead early into next week, temperatures sitting back down into the mid-80s, another round of wet and stormy weather trying to work back in. So looking at a long stretch of wet weather here that we still need to kind of offset the drought as we go into early next week.